kiddos. Okay, so we're finally at a point where we can map out our colony. Okay, so what you're gonna have is this sheet of paper on your Google Classroom. Okay, so what I'm asking that you do is you open this up to, after you watch the video, you open this up to look at it to kind of get an idea of what kind of things you need to have in your colony. Okay, let's go through what each of the places are. A church. Again, remember, one of the reasons that people came to the New World was for freedom of religion, and so they would gather and practice their religion. So you're going to want a church in your colony, simply because that was a focal point of colonies back then. You're going to need homes for your colonists, magazine. This is where they kept all of their weapons, all of their ammunition, all of anything that they would need to protect themselves. So you're going to need a magazine. Think about it like an armory, okay? You're going to need a place where all of your weapons are kept so that not only can you defend yourself, but people can't steal them. Native Americans can't steal them. Colonists who are angry or disgruntled can't steal them. So you need a safe place to keep your weapons. Okay, the Cooper. This is where you would have someone who, honestly, you would have more than just the Cooper. You would have the blacksmith, you would have the tanner, you would have the shoemaker, you would have the weaver. But I want you to think about the Cooper as being this place where all of your goods would be made. Your blacksmith would be there to hammer out and make the horseshoes. The weaver would be there to make baskets and clothes. The shoemaker is there obviously to make your shoes. The Cooper is there to help make baskets. So think about how you need an area in your colony where all of that stuff is going to be set up. You would have a market there probably, where people would bring in if they went fishing, they'd bring in their fish to sell. They'd bring in the crops that they've harvested to sell or to trade. Okay, so this is kind of think about like your market. You need a kind of a decent space for your market. The governor's palace. Okay, so each colony, remember, had a governor. Okay, and so they, like we have today, our leaders get to live in some pretty snazzy areas. And so you're going to want a place where our leader would get to live. Barracks are going to be where your soldiers live. Your storehouse, this is where you're going to keep grain, you're going to keep ale, you're going to keep livestock that you may need, like in a barn or whatnot. So your storehouse needs to be pretty decent sized. And then your crops. Guys, a lot of the land in your colony is going to have to be cropland because that's the only way you're going to be able to feed yourselves. So what you're going to have, my in-class kiddos, is you have this chart called Mapping the Colony. So I want you to map out where you want everything to go. Virtual kiddos, I'm going to ask that you just do this on a piece of paper, take a picture, and upload it on Classroom for me. Okay? I'm also going to attach an article on Google Classroom about the different jobs that people did in the 13 colonies for you to read. And that will kind of also help you plan out how you want your colony to look. Okay? All right, kiddos, if you need anything, let me know.